What's going on, guys? Clifton Denny with On Your Own Outdoors. Hey guys, so today we're here to talk about nothing less than a tree saddle, right? So if you follow my page, you hear me beating up tree saddles pretty often. I think I've been through 5 different saddles. Well, the hunting industry and just the way it's going, everybody's moving to a saddle, and really and truly you can kind of see why, right? It gives you the availability to get in just about any tree. However, I have not until now been able to find a saddle that, to be honest, that I liked. Something that I could sit in all day, something that was comfortable. It worked easy, it had multiple adjustments, you know, something that made me feel at home, basically. So anyways, guys, everybody, all my buddies that use saddles, they were like, oh man, you just got to keep going until you find the right one. You got to keep going until you find the right one. Well, Mack's Prairie Wings has they're the only place in the nation that has this, but it is a tree saddle bundle. It's made by Trophyline, and it comes with everything you could think of, right? It comes with everything from your steps to a pack to the saddle, all of it. So what we're gonna go through today is we're gonna go through the saddle. It's the Covert Lite. So let me just start by saying that I will eat a little crow because I have finally found a saddle that I think I could sit in all day. This saddle's phenomenal. We're gonna kind of go over the saddle itself, the different options with it, why it makes it so much more comfortable, and then everything that it comes with whenever you buy just the saddle itself, right? So number one, we'll go ahead and talk about what's sitting here facing you right now. It comes with 2 little bags, right? So you've got your one here, you hear that? That's the only negative I got, guys, right there. And a little electrical tape will fix that right up. Electrical tape's what I use on all my packs anyways. So if I have any jangling or whatever, I use electrical tape. It's also what I use, you know, you hear a lot of people talking about, we'll get to it later, but cutting off your taglines. So whenever you get it fit to you, cutting that off, guys, don't, just like a rope, don't ever cut it. I don't care what anybody says, don't cut it. Take you some electrical tape, wad it up, roll it back on itself, and then run you a couple laps of electrical tape on it, and it'll hold it just fine. You don't have to cut anything. So anyways, number one, it's got the 2 pouches versus 1 pouch. So most saddles, if they come with a pouch, it's just 1 pouch. So they call this one like a drop pouch. Basically, it doesn't have a zipper on it. It's got a little drawstring here, so if you wanted to put, I don't know, like a water bottle or your extra D-rings or whatever into this, you could probably do that. I know for myself, what I end up doing is I put my tether in there. I don't know why, it's just the way that I like it. I like to keep my tether over here on my side, and that's what I end up putting in this. In this pouch here is where I'll put my extra accessories or whatever, my extra D-loops and those kind of things. So shooter's preference, but it comes with 2 bags. My favorite thing about them is this. The material that they're made out of, you don't have to worry about them making a bunch of noise and that kind of thing. Talking about these, the next big deal that I like about this saddle is it gives you 2 options, right? So most saddles, not all, have 1 run here. This gives you 2. Why is that important? If you're in somewhere, myself, where I'm standing more straight up all day long, I like to have these attached on the top. If it's somewhere where I'm going to be kind of sitting, I kind of like to attach them on this lower one so they kind of hang a little bit. The awesome thing about this saddle, we'll kind of put it on later, you can see it, but it's big. It comes up real high and it comes up real low, so you don't get those pinch points, which is also great. Another thing here that you can see is on, this is the leg strap, right? So one cool thing they did, they went ahead and added the clip here that's different than their last model. So, you know, I like to call them man diapers. You don't really have that here because you can unhook this one, unhook the one that's on the other side, and there is no step in. So whenever it comes to actually putting it on, you just come up like this, come around the waist, button your waist strap, and then your leg straps are just kind of dangling, and you can adjust them. That's the other big deal. Let's go ahead and put this waist belt on. All right, so we got our waist belt on now, and as you can see here, it's got 2 adjustments, right? You can pull it from either side. Some of them just let you pull from this one side, and what you end up with is your centerpiece kind of being shifted over to the side or what have you. You're not gonna have that with this one. Other cool things, if you can see here, they gave you this little extra clip here so you can put your tag line back in it. Guys, this is what I'm talking about with that tag line and never cutting them. Just take this guy, fold it like this. That's what we do to all of our molly packs and stuff like that. You've got it like that, take you some electrical tape or wrap around it, and you're gonna be good to go. Other cool thing about it is they've got this rope bridge. I've seen guys on the internet that don't like the rope bridges. They do like them, you know, back and forth. I can tell you myself, I do like them. The reason being is they're just kind of, you know, they're easy to work with. The other plus side about this one is the way that they have this. You just take your D-loop off here, And what I like to do is I'll bring it back around my back and I'll put it inside this little back pouch. 2 reasons. A, it just gets it out of my way. It makes it easier to move through the woods. And then B, if it's in that little pouch right behind me, I know where it's at all the time. Go ahead and hook this back in. So it comes with its Prescott knot. Hey, look guys, just know that straight out of the bag, these things are a little stiff. So, you know, you'll break them in, they'll work themselves over. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna kind of back up a little bit so you can actually see the rest of the saddle and you can actually see it on me and see what I'm talking about whenever I talk about it's got that bigger, you know, seat in it, if you will. All right, so we're gonna move now to the leg strap. So you see here, you've got one strap, you come around, it clips in, and then the other side, you've got your other one, it comes around and clips in. Why is this great? Again, it's adjustable. It's got the clip, so if you don't want it hanging on you all the time, you don't have to. If you do, you can. So you can kind of tighten these guys up. It's hanging there and we're ready to go. For the purpose of this video, I'm just gonna kind of tuck these things in rather than rolling them and taping them. If you'd like to see what I'm talking about by securing all your straps, drop that in the comments below and I'll get a video out using the electrical tape to kind of cinch all this stuff down, clean it up, make it where you don't have a bunch of ends hanging around. So this is the big deal. When you have this thing on, if you've got love handles, guys, like most of us do, it comes up above that. So when you're in a saddle traditionally, you get that pinch, or I get that pinch up here, and then I get it like right here. Well, the way this saddle is designed on the side, it doesn't come up to a strong point. And I think that's something that guys miss. Those saddles that come up at a strong point right here, you can guarantee you're gonna get some pinch on your side, and you're gonna be constantly adjusting yourself when you're in the tree, which is something that I'm just not a huge fan of. I want something that I can get it set, like this one here. So if I was gonna, you know, we'll talk about it again, if I was walking in. So the other saddles that I've had, one thing that I was not a fan of is I see videos on YouTube all the time of these guys, you know, walking through the woods and all that with their saddles on, and I'm like, man, there's just no way in the world I would do that, because there's stuff hanging down everywhere, clanging, tanging, all that kind of stuff. So this is what I was talking about. So what I do with my bridge is I take it, I wrap it back around me, and I put it in this pouch. So now, if I was walking and I was going into the woods, this thing's not bothering me at all. It's not in my way. I think it's great. They hit a home run with this as far as usability goes. They've got the thick straps that go all the way around everywhere on the saddle. And all of that just helps for those hot spots, those pinch points, those kind of things. So what I'm going to talk about now is the rest of the stuff this saddle comes with. Like most, not most, but like some, you end up with your back band. You've got your tether. Cool thing about it is this, it comes with 2 different D-loops. Both of them are locking, so that's great. They're Black Diamond, so it's a good brand. And then finally, you got your lineman's rope. Also has a D-loop on it, so you're good to go there. So what we're gonna do now, guys, is I've got the platform here, and what we're gonna do is go ahead and get this thing on the tree, and then I'll hang on it, kind of let you see what it looks like, talk about those hot spots, and explain that to you a little bit. So let's go. All right, guys, so now we're up and we're hooked in. So this is the big thing about this saddle. You can see here on the back how much coverage you get. You get so much coverage, it comes up, and then you get a really good comfort, full wrap around down here on the bottom. So having this rope bridge, one cool thing about it is so much adjustments from your tree. So say that I want to be way up top, I can come up, fight that a little bit, pull it up, tighten this one, tighten my bridge up, and now I'm basically standing straight up and down, and I'm still good. If I wanted to loosen it off, you have 2 different options. And the big deal about this, guys, is it changes those hot spots. It changes those spots that get wore out, get tired, whatever, start cramping up, start hurting. So you've got 2 different options. I can come up here to my actual tether itself, loosen this guy off, back it out, which basically doing like this puts that kind of tension here. If I don't want to do that and I want to change it out, I can go here, and then instead of backing off of my tether, I can use my knot here, back off of my bridge, and now the pressure's up here. So unlike a lot of saddles that you have one adjustment up here, which is your tether, and your bridge is just a set piece or whatever, and I see a lot of guys on here talking about cutting the slack off of this. Guys, I'm telling you, don't cut the slack off, because you might end up needing it for an all-day sit. You're sitting up there and you decide, oh man, the bottom of my leg's getting a little tired or whatever. You can bring your bridge out and it'll change that pressure point to your lower back, if you will, instead of your thighs. So that's a cool thing about this one. Guys are always talking about, and I was one too, talking about the safety of the saddles and feeling secure in them, right? And I understand that, because I was one of those guys. But I'm going to tell you, these saddles are ridiculously safe. Like, I wouldn't recommend it. Check this out. I mean, anything I can turn upside down in and still be secure, that's pretty safe. I don't care what anybody says. Now, do I recommend that? Am I going to be doing that in a tree? No. But to get yourself comfortable with the saddle, guys, one of my buddies, we did that last year, right? Just talking about it and trying to make sure that you feel comfortable. You don't get that feeling like you're going to fall out or something like that. Man, get in your yard, put it 2 foot off the ground, and play with it, and you're gonna feel a lot better about it, guys. There's so many options, especially with this saddle and the adjustments. I mean, you know, you get up here and say that, you know, you do start getting a little cramped on the inside, you feel like your leg straps are a little too tight, you can loosen them off with one hand. So come up, grab a hold of the tree so I feel secure. It kind of lets everything drop, and it literally creates just a hammock. Now I'm not even really have that saddle feel, I have more of a hammock feel. So yeah, guys, that is the Tropyhline Covert Lite. This thing is absolutely phenomenal. Like I said, guys, if it's nothing else, just for the adjustments, absolutely outstanding. Remember, big deals about it is how much coverage you get, how thick these straps are. You know, even down here on this bottom side, you have places where you could move your bags down to the below your legs if you want to. I mean, this thing is just absolutely phenomenal, guys. If you're looking for one, you can find them on the Mack's Prairie Wings website. They've got them in stock up there. But I'm telling you guys, if you're just getting into saddle hunting, or if you've been saddle hunting for years, I don't care. Go sit in one of these Trophyline saddles. You'll thank me later. You will most certainly see me hanging from a tree at some point in time this year in this thing, because it is the first saddle that I have put on that I'll actually use. So hey guys, that's all I got for y'all this week. I appreciate y'all for watching. Stay tuned. This next week, we're gonna go ahead and do the full saddle package that Mack's Prairie Wings is carrying. It's got the bag, it's got the steps, it's got the saddles, it's got the ropes, it's got the platform. It's got literally everything for $800. You buy it, put it on your back, take it to the tree, and you're ready to go. I appreciate you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that little bell up top. You never know, we're gonna do a new product that you just might need. So hey guys, until next week, good hunting.